that situation, there is a number one. So there is a CEO, an overall role, and we're not speaking about abolishing the number one role or creating such a flat structure that it kind of gets vaporized in any way. But the mindset of the number one person has to change. And, some people, may call that servant leadership, others could have different names for it. But in your sense, what are the mind shifts that has to happen from the traditional CEO who now wants to kind of create other leaders, other CEOs in the business and to empower them? Like what moves do that person have to make? Because it seems like even an environment where stuff like reverse mentoring would happen very quickly, and leaders need to be open to that, and that may not have been something that was on their agenda in the past.
Well, if we travel back to almost where we started here, what we have to argue is that the scope and scale of transformation and shift that leaders are dealing with, I mean, it's far greater than just the words digital transformation. I call it the triple now, actually. I call it the digital transformation that's happening, the workforce shift, and that bit in the middle, the connectivity, new ways of working, ecosystems, all of these. All of these things mean that a leader becomes stretched and is challenged in areas that they have no capability in, potentially zero capability in. So there is already a reason to include a sense of how do we distribute leadership in a better way so that we can use the experience and expertise of some people in our organization in more strategic ways. So, and that has been used, like you say, in Citibank, for example, is a good example of reverse mentoring, bringing the millennials into the boardroom around technology and social media, but also having that kind of dual effect of giving them something back too. That's the first thing. The second thing in leadership terms is a demand from employees for more human-centered leadership, more empathy-driven, more collective, and more empowering leadership, because people say, we're ready. We want to step up and step out. We want to help. We want to be part of the solution. And we don't want to be told what to do all of the time. So there's that too. But if you also think about it, our executive leaders and CEOs, like you say, they're still there. They need time. They have to navigate an unpredictable and uncertain future. So at one level now, we're asking them to keep their eyes to the sky, but they also have to have their feet firmly on the ground. And if they're more firmly on the ground, they're more with the people, looking at the implementation, this shift from what to how that I talked about before, and on the same page, but they're also given time because they're empowering more people to start to really take time to reflect and think about, well, what does the next 2, 3, 5 years hold? I think gone are the days of a 5-year strategy. You just can't 2-year strategy, even. So they have to have time. So I think all of those things bubble together, Shay, to create the perfect storm that allows for empowerment to flourish.